everyone, it's Pam here with Tattered Paper and Lace. Welcome back to my channel. We are here today for week 34 of the Margarete Miller Weekly Collage Challenge. I appreciate you coming along. If you have been following me, thank you for coming back. And if you're new, welcome. It's good to see you and I'm glad you're here. So we're going to do week 34. Which will be hashtag 2024 CW34 if you want to see what others are doing for these prompts. So what we need today is a place, something that makes sound in a pattern, a portion of a blank form, someone else's handwriting, something inspired by a fairy tale, and the bonus is random marks with a paint or a pen. So what I have today is I have a blank form, and that is going to be my background, and it fits. This is the form. It fits perfectly. I know it says a portion of a blank form. This is going to be covered up some, so you will only see a portion, but I wanted to use this as my background so it's easy. So I'm going to move this to the side, because this is the exact size this needs to be, and it'll be easier to work on this than in my book. So I'm just going to leave my book laying over there. So what we have is a place. This is my place, which is from a vintage gardening book from the 1930s, or could be 40s, somewhere in that time frame. And this is my place, is this patio garden. That will go here. Something that makes sound in a pattern. And I thought long and hard about this because I'm going, you know, I first thought of a train because it makes a sound in a pattern, but it is a person that's making the sound. So, you know, and making it have a pattern. So I thought, okay, maybe not that. Let me think further. And then I remembered I had this book. And I was sitting on my back porch drinking my coffee earlier this week in the morning, and we have all these hummingbirds that are coming to our feeders, and they have what I call chatter. It's not really a song. They make noise, and it's just a little chatter. And and I thought, birds make a sound and a pattern in their song, whether it's chatter, whether it's the owl that hoots, you know, whatever it is, it's in a pattern. So I remembered I had this book called The Music of Wild Birds. And so I looked through here and I found an image that I wanted to use, but it has the bird, the name of the bird, and here is their tune, which I think this is called like a stanza. This is a little short stanza, and this is their tune. And if you knew music, I don't know how to play the piano or anything, but if you did, you could play this, I guess, on a piano, maybe some other instrument. I don't really know, but all of these different birds, and it tells you, it has a little bit of history, a little bit of information, not history, but information about the bird and its song. So I was able to find one that I thought would work. And I got this at Thrift Book. I got The Music of Wild Birds at Thrift Books. Okay, so I found this bird that is in the tree, poking his head out, and I wanted to put this guy way back here, just because this tree is back behind. See, this is a garden wall here, so this tree is back behind the brick wall. I'm going to use so the portion of the blank form is in the back. So I've got a place, something that makes a sound and a pattern, and a portion of a blank form. Someone else's handwriting I'm going to put right here and cover this corner up here. And I'll have some trimming I'll need to do, but I'll do that afterwards. And then something inspired by a fairy tale. And I have these little fairies, and they are on a branch. So I have already made a little slit right here in this little tree. Let's see if I can get that up so I can get it underneath there. I've made a slit in this crack of the tree right here so that I could put this little branch underneath there, and that will go just like that. Let's make sure I got all of this together here. It was a little bit fiddly because it's lots of little pieces. Okay, so that, and I'm gonna move this up enough because I want there to be some space. I'll move that down a bit between the tops of these little trees here, or whatever they are. I'm not sure what kind of tree it is. The fairy, because this tree is growing, huge tree, granted, huge tree, is growing behind the garden, and its branch is hanging over the garden. And these little fairies are on the branch. And this bird is singing to them. So I will make random marks with, I'm going to use a watercolor pencil. So that will be paint, because it's watercolor paint eventually after you wet it. And I will finish out, or try to, I'm not an artist, so I'll try to finish out the branches and make marks to do that. You know, I mean, this trunk up here in this corner, I'll try to finish that out with the marks, but I'll do that at the very end. So what I need to do first is get this, and I want to make sure that this piece, which you see is already torn, I want to make sure it covers. I want it to cover the area, the edge of this, because it's just straight, doesn't go all the way across. And I want it to cover the edge of this tree trunk here. So what I will do first is, and it looks like it will, is I will put, and I'm going to use art glitter glue. I was going to use the other glue, the glue wall, but I'm going to use art glitter glue just because I want to. So I'm just going to put some right across here to where I need for it to go. It's just about right. I'm just going to put it at the top for now, and hopefully not get it on my tabletop. Okay, I don't have it straight. Let's do it straight. Okay, there. Now, I am only going to put this under here. Everything is going to go on top, but I want to put this in here, and I want that to be out just as far as it can go without slipping out. Which is about it. Okay, let me do it this way. I'll put a little bit of glue on that. Put this in here to lift this up where I have this cut right here. I couldn't really go any higher because it is, I'd like to make it a little bit higher, but the bird is keeping me from doing that. So I'm going to put that right there. And I'm looking at this as this little branch here, he is there, and it's his perch. This is the bird's perch before he goes into his home. So we're going to, and then I think I can glue everything of this down. No, I can't glue them down, but I can glue this part down, because this is going to have to go under those guys. So I tell you what I'll do. No, this I'm going to go ahead and put down, because this piece can go down. I made it go down a lot further than, a lot more glue down there than I needed to. So let me just get this on here best I can. It's like that. I should be doing, yeah, I should be doing this not on my tabletop here. Let me get my glue book. Guess I should do a clean sheet so it looks better. I use old TV Guide magazines to do my gluing on. Okay, so let's see if we need to put any more here. Just a tad. Yeah, it's going to go over that. Okay, so just a tad here. So I wish I could play the piano because I would love to be able to play these bird songs on the piano. And I have a brother, as I said, I believe in my last video for the Margarete Miller, who played the piano, but he is no longer with us. So he would be able to play it because he was an excellent pianist. And he would be able to play it. So I think it would be so cool to hear. Okay, I did get a little bit under this beak, but not under the other beak. So let's get that. So anyway, so be it. I don't know anybody else that might, well, I don't know anybody else. I mean, I'm sure there's other people that could read it and play it, but I don't know anybody. I mean, I know a couple of people who play the piano, but I don't know how I've never heard them. Well, they play Christmas carols, is all I know. So I don't know how well they could read music. I guess they could. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I'm probably never going to hear it. Doesn't matter. I just think that's cool that somebody went to the trouble. I'm going to cut these off. That somebody went to the trouble to figure out the songs, the birds, what their song was. And it explains what they are. So I want to show you, I will show you here because I have it right here. I was going to use it on here, but it just didn't work out well. This is the stanza of this bird's song, and it is not necessarily melodic. And right here it says, quit, 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 because that's what it sounds like. So it's not really a melodic song like some songbirds do. The sparrow has a very melodic, according to this, song. And I just think that's so cool. That is just very cool. I think that has to be somebody very talented in music to be able to come up with that. So this is going to go under these ladies, these little fairy ladies. And so they're hanging out they're hanging out with the bird, and the bird is singing them a song, but they don't like it because it's quit, 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 quit. So it's not very melodic. So they're not all that happy. You can tell by the expression on their faces that they don't just seem to be all that happy about the song. And it isn't one of the prettiest, but it's not a bad one, I don't think. So anyway, it says, this book says that you could identify birds by their song. We have lots and lots and lots of birds in our yard. They've been kind of quiet lately, except for the hummingbirds. And they must really be hungry because we've got 3 feeders out in the same area. And we got 6 that flit around all over the place. It's so much fun to watch, and they chatter, chatter, chatter. Just fun. I just think all that kind of stuff is fun. I love nature. I love birds. Okay, get them lifted up over that, and we'll get this down. So this blank form is the Missionary Voice, which I think is a publication, probably a Christian publication, I think. It doesn't say too much about it except that it's called the Mission Voice, and it is in Nashville, Tennessee, and this is a Cash Must Company order. And I don't know, so this is an order form, so it may not be a publication. It may be some sort of product. I don't really know. Then we're going to stick this right here, which will cover up the edge of my, I can't see with all that writing behind there. We'll cover up the edge of my straight edges here. So I just tore this off of a piece of, this is off of a piece of ephemera paper, not, I mean, it's somebody's handwriting because I'm sure it's a copy of somebody's real handwriting. It's not mine, and it looks like handwriting, so we're going with that. This took a little while, not as quick as some, but once I get the idea of what I want to do, it doesn't really take long to pull it together. So when I discovered and remembered that birds make a sound and a repeating pattern because their song is a stanza, so it just repeats. They just repeat that same stanza over and over until they're tired of singing, I guess. So that made that be easy for me after that, because once I figured that out and I knew that that's the thing I wanted to do. I'll take my piece of my little smoother here, because this piece of ephemera blank form was folded. Oops. And so I'm going to get that fold out right there. Okay, so now all I need to do, because that's pretty much it. It's pretty simple. So now all I need to do, but see, look at the faces, especially on this little fairy right here. She's got a little bit of a distressed face, so maybe she doesn't like the bird song. I don't know. But I love to hear even the little chatter, the little hummingbirds chatter is so I mean, they're little, so it's little like they are. Their chatter is little like they are. So it's not that it's not terribly loud. And when there's, 5 or 6 of them or so flitting around the hummingbird's feeder, and if you're not talking, you can hear them. And I just think that's so much fun. Love it. And we have all kinds of, the brown thrasher has a nice little song that it sings, and we have some of those. That's our state bird here in Georgia. And we have some robins. So we do get some pretty little music sometimes. Okay, that is that. Now the question does become whether or not got little edges, so I'm going to smooth it on this side because I have lots of little pointed edges. Now my question is going to be whether or not I want to, this is such a quandary for me. Every time it's a quandary for me, because I just don't know if I want to outline them or not. Especially the branch and the, see, I don't know. I never know. Okay, so now let me get my colored pencils. And we'll make some marks up here, see if I can't finish out the, get my dark gray, see if I can't finish out. And so I may be cheating a little bit by using a colored pencil, but I don't want to use any paint. And I can justify that by the fact that, so I'm just going to finish out the trunk here. And I'm not even sure I'm going to wet it. I know that I should wet it to kind of help make that be following the the prompt a little better, but let's see what it's gonna do. I don't know what it'll do. I don't really want it to do much. So I wet it. That made it be paint. Okay, so that did pretty good. Now I'm thinking that maybe with this, it not being as dark as, don't want to use a Stabilo. But I could use that. I don't like the way that's doing. It's not going up it's not going up close enough to the cutout to do what I want. So let me try it with this. Just a little thin line. Because I would like the branch to show up just a little bit more. But the fairies, they usually stay hidden. I have one of those interactive, oversized books you can get, that you can get them on dragons and on different subjects. And I have one that's on fairies. That's just it's an interactive, it's like almost like a scrapbook that you buy already together, and it's got interactive fold outs and things. Okay, that's not bad. That does give it a little bit more definition. So that's not bad. I'm not going to go around the fairies. I don't want them to stand out that much because they kind of stay hidden. I may go around the beak of the bird. No, I don't think I need to. But what I do want to do is I have these notes, stickers. These are stickers that are notes, and you can see the notes on this. They're all the same, and they're the ones with the flag on it. I don't know what note that is, but so I want to put a few of these down, just so you know he is singing. And I'm not going to do them in a straight line because that's boring. Even though they did it in a straight line, I'm not going to do that. I do want to just put a few little notes here so we'll know he's singing. Just like that. Does that look okay? Do I like that? I'm not sure. I'm not sure I do. Might be better off drawing notes. Let me just rearrange them a little bit and see if I like it better. Do I like that? Does that look like he's singing? Maybe I should do it up here so it'll look like the notes are floating in the air. I don't know. What do you think? Think I need to leave the notes there? I'm not sure I like them. Not sure. They're awfully black. They're kind of too much. So I think I'm not going to put them on there. But let me know what you think. Should I leave the bird? Should I put the music notes on there, or should I not? So this is my collage, and it will go. Where does this go, at the top or bottom? It goes at the top. It'll go right here perfectly on this page. Just exactly fits. And so let me get that down. My tape runner doesn't work. I don't have any refills for it. so I can't do a tape runner, unfortunately, because that's what I would use at the moment if it would work. Okay, so I like this, and I'll just put this on after I leave you, so you don't have to watch me do that. And then I don't really have what I'm going to put over here. I'm going to put what this bird's melody is right there, though. Okay, so let's go over this real quick. And let's make sure so I will glue this down later. Okay, so we need a place. My place is this patio garden, enclosed patio garden. Something that makes a sound and a pattern is the bird's song, is a repeating pattern. A portion of a blank form. My background is the blank form. Someone else's handwriting is this piece of ephemera paper that is somebody's handwriting. Something inspired by a fairy tale is the fairies. And then random marks with paint or pen. I guess we could call it a pen. Anyway, I did do pins around this too, but the random marks is to finish out the trunk of that tree right there. So anyway, that is my collage for week 34. Again, thank you for coming. I appreciate you all so very much. And if you have not subscribed and would like to, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. You'll get further videos from me. And if you have subscribed, thank you very much. And if you would, please hit the like button if you like this video. All those things help with the algorithms of YouTube. And again, I appreciate you coming, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.